Thanks, Mr. The conventional answer to that would be to quote a research strategy and an academic strategy and so on and so forth. And they are very, very important. And I am pleased that the college's academic faculty, in particular, is leading efforts for that. But at its basics, it goes to a deeper question. We should get rid of this idea of psychiatric exceptionalism, where we start believing and telling ourselves and convincing ourselves that somehow our specialty is so complex that outcome measurement is not possible, that the rigorous monitoring of whether what you do works is not possible. We have to have a lesson almost from our medical and surgical colleagues who deal with equally complex physical conditions and have no qualms about measuring their outcome. And we should start seeing that as everyone's business. And that is an initiative that should be led by the senior most and the most well trained people in the room. And if we start doing that, that would be a crucial step moving towards a world of clinician researchers. I quite often tell people that the largest naturalistic databases which have defined the progress in medical and surgical specialties have come from routine outcome measurements in our general hospitals. The breast cancer audit in this country is arguably one of the biggest in all of Western Europe. So is the interventions in cardiac conditions, the myocardial infarction or cardiac failure, and what are essentially outcome audits of those conditions completed by everyday clinicians. And we should discover that passion and the willingness to do that in psychiatry. And I think as an organization, the college can bring a lot of energy into that field. At the moment, I don't want to use the word siloed, but at the moment we seem to limit that to certain parts of the college, this center or that center or this audit department and so on, while the college as a whole should be encouraging practicing clinicians to implement that in their daily working lives. And we can do it. We can do it with the minimal of effort. What it really needs is the commitment from the leadership to do that.